Okay, good morning. Legacy Flat Roofing and Sheet Metal. We're here in the east end of London, Ontario. We're here doing a residential house, a flat roof covering in the front, and a flat roof covering interior space at the back. So it's about 200 square feet here. Basically what we did, we're just going to put a separation layer between the existing roof and the new roof, and then put a new membrane on top. So I'll take you up and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're back. We came up top. I'll show you. Unfortunately, you can't see what it looks like because we already have put down sopaboard and primed it. But I'll show you what it looks like. Basically, there's the roof. It just protrudes out a bit here. There was a section here. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the new plywood there. This part was wet, so we just cut out the plywood and put new dry plywood in. So that's a simple way to save some money. If you feel like your roof is wet in some areas, you can take out the wet spots and just put in new dry wood. That would work fine. So we have a door detail here. We left the existing through-wall flashing that's covering the threshold. We left that in place. So we're going to flash up underneath it. This is a designated heritage home, so we're going to leave some of the details. There were some wood details I was fastening on the brick. We're going to put that back on when we're done. So there you go. Show you, look pretty straightforward, pretty simple roof. So we have the new sopaboard down. That's just an 8-inch asphaltic board you can screw down to your existing roof, prime it, and then start putting some new base on. So there you go. Show you what it looks like in a bit. Welcome back. We finished putting on the base sheet. So you saw what it looked like with the sopaboard. We primed it. Now take a look at the base. These are some of the wall details. These are some of the most important details because you can put this down, but what happens is you're going to have a lot of water coming down the walls, hitting this and running down. So unless this is done correctly, a lot of your leaks will come through what we call flashings. So these are flashings. So base sheet flashings, and then we're going to have the cap sheet flashings. And what I like to do, I like to cap it off with a metal trim over it. You can see some other roofs, they don't have metal trim, they just put the membrane up and caulk it. It's a bit suspect. Putting a little bit of work, putting metal trim on, putting caulking on top, it really protects it from weathering all year round right there. So there you go, the base sheet's on. There you go, we're going to start priming it, putting it on cap sheet. You can see the primer here we started. So this, I'll show you what the primer is. It's just a red adhesive, basically. I'll show it to you. So it's a mixture of adhesive. You can take a look at it. It's a solvent-based adhesive. So mix it on. You put it on with a roller and a brush. Just roll it on, apply it, and there you go. It's a pretty simple process, just like painting. So you can see we've allowed some time for the primer to flash. You can see this is the base membrane we put on. The red stuff, you can see a little bit of the red, that's the primer. So I just want to show you, and then now this is also a peel and stick cap sheet, what you can see. I'll show you a little piece here. So it's a granulated cap sheet, and after you put the primer, which activates the adhesive and stuff, you peel this off, and you peel down the cap sheet. And on the seams of the cap sheet is a weldable seam, so the other part will go on top, and you heat weld that. So that fuses the two. It's asphalt underneath there, so it fuses the asphalt together. So that's what creates your waterproof. I'll show you the drip flashing we put on right here. So this is the new metal drip flashing we put over, and so we're going to carry the cap sheet here, put some more flashing and a metal drip on top. So you can see this is basically the detail right here: the cap sheet, metal drip, base sheet, and you remember the sopaboard underneath. So I'll bring you back when we're all done, show you what it looks like. Okay, so at the same house, we had the roof in the front that you saw. This roof's a lot narrower. You can see maybe it's about 4 feet wide altogether. Maybe about 20 feet long. Just another back patio. They have the patio door here. Maybe they might put a railing system and a walkway. So there we go. Just the real small detail underneath. I can barely fit my hand in. We gotta make sure the base sheet goes up. Maybe put a polyethylene all sand system down there and go from there. So this is a lot smaller roof, so it's tougher to video. We'll show you what it looks like basically when we're done. Thanks. Okay, Legacy Flat Roofing and Sheet Metal. We finished the job, turned out great. We beat the weather, it didn't rain on us. You want to take a look? I think the job turned out great. We were able to get the new drip flashing into the brick and tech screw it in. It leaves this membrane, it covers it nicely. It doesn't leave it exposed. So that's the thing, you don't want it weathered exposed, like I said, water coming in. It protects it nicely.